And now I know paradise.
What do you get if you take the bass line from Devo's Mongoloid, an A minor 11 piano chord, the song Rags and Old Iron by Nina Simone,
Rags, old iron. All he was buying was just rags and old iron.
some percussion from Jingo by Candido, and you mix it all up in a clubby cauldron for the dance floor. Well, you get the club classic Love Story by Layo and Bushwacka.
All he was buying was just rags and old iron.
But how about you now get Tim Deluxe to remix it and get pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson to record a saxophone solo for the remix? And finally, no pun intended, how about you then take that remix but rehash it with Julie Mcknights' a cappella vocal from Finally by the Kings of Tomorrow?
Time marches on, never ending. Time keeps its own time.
Now you've got the breakthrough dance hit Love Story versus Finally by Layo and Bushwacka.
So tell me, how do you do? Finally, I meet you.
At the time of filming, this top 10 single has almost 10 million streams on Spotify, and I even heard Edith Bowman say on Radio 1 once that she thought it should be in the top 10 sax solos of all time. Definitely can't agree with her on that one, but it was a buzz to hear her say so on national radio. But now we've got the backstory out the way, here's the notes and fingerings for my saxophone solo on Love Story versus Finally. If it's too fast for you, just slow down YouTube to a speed that you can manage. Now, after I've played this, I'll tell you a little bit more about the actual recording of this solo. If you want the PDF sheet music for Love Story versus Finally sax solo, just use the link there or click the link in the description. There's parts for alto and tenor sax. Here we go.
And now I know paradise. So tell me, how do you do? Finally, I meet you.
Hope you're enjoying today's video. Real quick, did you know that 61% of you who are watching this video are not subscribed to my channel? Now, I make hundreds of videos to help the saxophone community, so if you want to do something nice for me, please just hit subscribe right now. Go on, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe right now. Do it. That's one easy thing that you can do to really help me out and help me take this message to more and more sax players and make the world a better place. Okay, back with the video. I can't believe I haven't covered this solo on my channel before, because it's definitely the biggest thing I've ever done, but there we are, better late than never. Anywho, I recorded this tenor solo for Tim Deluxe when he was working on his remix of Layo and Bushwacka's Love Story in 2002. At the time, his studio was in Clerkenwell in London, and it was just one room with a small adjoining live room. I knew Tim because I was working with someone else in the same studio complex, and we'd originally done the house classic We All Love Sax together, which was recorded as a B-side for Sirens, but it ended up taking on a life of its own on the club scene. I also worked with him live around that time because he had a huge hit with It Just Won't Do, and I appeared on Top of the Pops and did live performances including Creamfields and Homelands festivals in the UK and Pasha Club in Ibiza, where we collabed with Darren Emerson and singers Terra Diva, who sang the dance hit At Night by Shakedown, and Sam Obernick, who sang It Just Won't Do. I felt like a right rock star staying in the Subliminal Records mansion in the Ibiza Hills. Anyway, I turned up at Tim's studio for the session, and it transpired that the whole track was 40 cents sharp or something, so it was right between the keys. I think we pitched it down because I'm pretty sure I played the solo in B minor for tenor, concert A minor. I was in the small recording booth, and I remember the mic was an AKG 414 with a gold grill. Not sure what his preamp was, but he definitely had a nice preamp. I think we'd ran it down a few times and he must have used the best take, or maybe comped together a good composite version. I think there might be at least one little edit in there. I was trying to start off with some real growly, moaning lines to really hit people's emotions, then build with the pentatonic scale, getting more funky and more rhythmic before hitting the big altissimo B long note as it kicks off. I recently spoke to Tim, and although he went on a right mission to track down the files, his hard drive from that era had failed and he couldn't recover the session or the parts. The only thing he managed to salvage was a super distorted stem of the sax part, which actually revealed that after that main climactic note, I kept jamming for another 32 bars or something. It's really fascinating what came next after the bit that everyone knows and loves. Now, inside my Inner Circle membership, you can hear that exclusive mini piece of saxophone history, along with full blow-by-blow instructions on how to perform the solo with just the right phrasing. Just use the link there to get your free 7-day trial. Sometime after finishing his remix, Tim went back into the studio to re-edit the mashup with the finally vocal, and they decided to keep the saxophone solo, which was very cool. This all happened more than 20 years ago now, which is kind of scary, but it was an exciting time to be playing super clubs across the world, and for some reason, that track has just never gone away. So that's all I've got for you today. Remember, if you really want to get right inside the solo and learn all the inside knowledge stuff on how I played it, check out the Inner Circle membership. And of course, don't forget to get your free PDF sheet music for the Love Story versus Finally saxophone solo by Jamie Anderson. If you want a free saxophone masterclass with me, check out my free lesson using the link you can see there. And until next week, practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Bowman say on Radio 1 once that she's short. Is she short?